Hey, everybody out there in
30
live
seconds.
land. We are going live here on Voice America World Talk Radio, Roku, Apple, and Amazon. Easy Talk Live. I'm here with my co-host, Cynthia Stone. It's going to be an awesome show, guys. Maybe remember to comment and share and engage and tell people about the show because we're going to be looking to give you guys some awesome giveaways. So the show is about to start. Whoop, whoop.
It's time to get the party started. This is Easy Talk Live, featuring your host, Eric Zuley. This is the place to be if you're all about promotion, celebrities, and social media. We'll hook it all up for you with fun, facts, and fascinating talk. Now, here's your host and the main man, Eric Zuley.
Get access to influencing experts.
Welcome to Easy Talk Live.
Hosted by Eric Zuley.
You guys ready to do this?
Connect with celebrities and entrepreneurs. Entertaining at its best. Products, news, reviews, interviews, performances, events, even a little comedy. Giving back. CEOs connect with the top CEOs in the industry. And now, get ready for Easy Talk Live.
Everybody pull your mobile phones out and put your hands together for the Easy Talk Live Show. It's time to stop doing it the hard way and start doing it the easy way.
Easy way! Say the easy way. Oh, easy way. It's the easy way.
Welcome, everybody. Another awesome episode of Easy Talk Live. I'm joined up with my co-host, Cynthia Stone, the love doc, the consultant, the one and only Dentine commercial smiler today. I told you I was going to give you more chance to talk on the camera this time. Cynthia.
All right. Well, guys, you are in for a treat. This is going to be an insightful and delightful episode. We are going to be meeting with Kim of Letip. And Letip, as if you don't already know, is the world's largest privately owned business networking leads organization that generates millions of dollars for its members, giving you the leads to succeed. So I am super excited for this show, Eric.
I am too. I love that, giving you the leads to succeed. So guys, Letip is a large organization. They have tens of thousands, I believe hundreds of thousands of business owners that are part of their organization. They're part of they have multiple chapters all over the world pretty much. And I happen to be very good friends with the CEO of Letip International, and she's going to teach us a lot about how you network properly, how you build a team, how we'll talk about how you survive in this crazy COVID industry, how you survive at home. There's so much great golden nuggets and information that we can get out of today's show. So I'm definitely excited. We're also supposed to be joined by LuAn Mitchell, which is the CEO of Big Media USA. We're going to be giving away some interview possibilities there, and I believe Kim is going to be giving away some opportunities to take some of their classes and get involved with Letip, which is a pretty big deal. So it's going to be a pretty exciting show, I think, Cynthia.
Absolutely. I mean, this is all about increasing your presence, expanding your brand, and really getting your message out to the masses. And we have the masters with the classes. So that is amazing. I mean, I'm definitely excited. This is going to be an awesome episode. And I'm looking forward to learning some tricks to be able to expand my own network, because your network is directly correlated with your net worth.
Exactly. I love it. You get some cash flow. Are you guys ready to go? Are you ready to watch the show? Remember, today's show is brought to you by BrainTap. It's an amazing product. It's actually kept me pretty in tune with my brain. It's a contraption you put on your head, and then you close your eyes, and it just kind of does its work for you. So make sure that you get your BrainTap, guys. Text BRAIN to 55678. Also want to remind you guys, I got my book. It is out, The Influence Effect. So make sure that you go to ericzuley.com/book and get the book. And a big happy birthday today to Sharon Lecter, co-author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, definitely a good friend of ours, and she's in my book. Actually, she's in the Influence Effect. So, wanted to say happy birthday to Sharon Lecter. So, guys, we're gonna go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be with Kim Marie from Letip International. But before we do that, we're gonna say hi to a couple of our fans. Hello, Nirab Entertainment and Matt J. Doyle, our associate producer. There's Tina D. Lewis. Hey, how you doing, Tina? She says hi to you, Cynthia, as well. Woohoo! Yes, survive and thrive. Hey, Matt, so I appreciate you guys. So Easy Talk Live. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back after this commercial break with Kim Marie, the president, CEO of Letip International.
The BrainTap is a unique headset that combines light and sound frequencies with guided meditations. Dr. Patrick Porter, inventor of BrainTap and member of our faculty, has created 20 to 30-minute course reviews for many of our courses. Before starting a course or at any point before taking the exam, you can put on your BrainTap, close your eyes, and begin your course review. Brain tapping guides your mind from an awake, reactionary mind into an intuitive, creative state, then to a place where super learning and healing can occur, with the outcome being a heightened state of consciousness with crystal clear focus. Relax with scientifically proven techniques that create a symphony of brainwave activity, a feeling of calm focus that's just right for learning and productivity. Each session is designed with brainwave balance in mind. Some audio sessions have dual voice processing, which means you may hear two voices speaking at the same time. This technique is used for inspiring left and right brain balance.
Like what you heard? Call 424-209-9290 or text BRAIN to 55678.
All right, guys, so it's time to press the share button, put the word out there, because we're going to learn some great golden nuggets and some great information with Kim Marie from Letip International. This is the segment of the show where we bring in the experts to virtually shake hands with you and help you better yourself, evolve yourself. Yeah, see, Cynthia's showing you how to do it. You just get your hands ready and just pretend like you're virtually shaking her hand, because we are about to bring Kim Marie, the CEO of Letip International, onto the show. All right. Without further ado, let's welcome Kim Marie to the show. Welcome to Easy Talk Live, Kim.
Hello. How are you tonight, Eric?
I am
Cynthia,
good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Unfortunately, we're virtual, so none of this. We just got to do this, right?
Well, no, you did the virtual handshake effect. I created that. And where's the round of applause? We got Kim Marie on the show.
Nice to be here, Eric.
It's great to have you, Kim. And, for one, I'm very blessed to call you a great, good friend, first and foremost. We've known each other for a while. Guys, I'm going to give you a little story on how we met Kim. Very interesting. My dad actually went on the internet and just now, mind you, first and foremost, and Cynthia, do you want to tell them a little bit more about Letip and how established it is? I mean, how long have they been around? Go ahead and go to letip.com so you can get that information. But Letip has really been around for how long? Do you think Letip's been around, Kim?
I know how long. We started in 1978, 44 years in February.
Wow.
1978, 44 years of business networking. And hello, Amy Thompson. Clap, clap, clap. I appreciate it. Tina D. Lewis shared. Thank you, Tina. We appreciate that. Sophia Alvarez shared. Thank you, Sophia. We appreciate that. Angelique, hey, Eric, Cynthia, looking forward to the show. I'm so glad that you guys are on watching the show. And Multifarious Photography. Hello. So glad you guys could join us. So wow, that's a long time, 40 years in the game. And then you joined the company when?
I joined in 1998 as a member, and then 2001 became a member, an employee in 2001. In 2005, I became the company president, and in 2008, I bought the company.
Wow. And Jason Span, I see you, man. Thank you for the hashtag Easy Way. And Danella Platt. Hey, Eric, gang. Great to see you. So glad all the Easy Way family is here ready to listen to it. So that's a long time to be with the company. So what made you want to actually take over and get involved as the CEO and buy the company like that?
Well, to be honest with you, I was a banker for 30 years and I connected people. I was a business development officer. I loved what I did. And when I joined Letip, I was almost fired 7 times in the first 7 months and almost quit 7 times in the first 7 months. and I'm not a quitter. So I decided to learn what it was all about, and I fell in love with the process and the structure of Letip. So they came to me and asked me for a job, and I turned them down several times. When I finally had a meeting with the owner, I asked him why he wasn't hiring me as his president, because he didn't have one at the time. And he said he hired some guy from the East Coast who was coming out in August, and I was starting in June if I took the job. So I said, I'll take it under two circumstances. One, I'm going to be your company president in 5 years, and two, I'm going to own your company. He laughed, we toasted with champagne, and 4.5 years later, I was the company president. And again, in 2008, I bought the company.
Wow. Love it. You know, I love as well is if you look at the website, you look at Letip, go to letip.com if you're watching the show, guys, and kind of go look along with us. I remember the website beforehand, before you got involved with me, and I gave you a couple little tips and tricks, and all of a sudden the website changed. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not taking all the credit for that. But it's so simple, and I wanted people to really, adopt this, because you guys are a very large, successful company with a lot of people that are involved in multiple chapters, and the simplicity, I think, is really important. And it's just so simple how right away you see the testimonials, you see the members, you see the happy members. It's real simple to find any members that are involved. And so let's talk a little bit about how many chapters you guys have, and kind of how the whole format works. And I know you're going to be giving away some free spots to get involved in some of your classes and some cool giveaways today. So I really want the audience to know a little bit more about Letip and how it can benefit them. So let's talk about the chapters and how many different locations Letip is in.
Well, we're in North America. We have over 250 chapters, and we're also in Canada. So it says international, but we're working on that. We've been accepted in 8 other countries, and we're going slow. We want to make sure all of our small business owners here are supported. So we don't want to deplete or lessen what we can do for them now, which means we can't go overseas more like we would want to. If you like the website now, at the end of the month, our new website is coming out. We're very excited about it. Think it's even better than what we have now. We've added a lot more SEO information in there so that people who are interested can find a home and be part of us. And Letip is open. We're opening new chapters all the time. We open 4 of them in the month of December, which is usually unheard of in the networking business because people take off, right? Let's take 2 weeks off. But we've taught them, and we understand that if you're dark for a week, because we do meet on a weekly basis, and if you go dark for a week, you lose 30% of your business. You really don't have that energy level when you come back. When you meet, so it takes a month, 30 days to get back to normal if you've missed 1 week. When you miss 2 weeks consecutively, it takes 90 days. So people who went dark in December won't have business really rolling in till March. So we've taught them, let's start them. Let's open new chapters. Let's stay active. If your meeting is on a Friday and Christmas is Friday, then meet on the Monday before, even if it's only a third of your chapter, so that it continues to go and you don't lose that momentum. And because of that, we're starting new chapters all the time. Now, chapters die out just like people come and go. They don't all stay. But our oldest member's been in the organization for 43 out of 44 years. She started her business in San Diego as a florist. She just passed the reins over to her daughter. She's the owner is the one that's still coming to the meetings on behalf of the florist, but her daughter has taken over the actual business. We have several families in Letip who are 2nd and 3rd generation. So I think that says a lot for what we do, how we produce, and what we can give back to communities.
Oh, without a doubt. And so let's talk a little bit about the giveaway that we're going to be doing today, because we want to make sure that people know what they can get involved with. So you guys do a lot of classes and a lot of teaching, a lot of Zooms, a lot of sessions, masterminds, and whatnot. What is that on? What's the takeaway people get when they take your classes?
Well, my class is a 3-hour class that I do in 2 hours and 15 minutes because I talk really fast. But I'd love to give away 2 network training classes. That means you come in and you don't know anything about networking. I teach you how to create a commercial, who your power partners are, how to deliver it, how to get the most out of your money. So you really want to find out, people say, why should I join a networking group? And that's to be able to promote yourself and your business to people who actually become your current sales force. By expanding your sales force, you'll expand your business opportunities. But these people need to be trained, right? They need to know who you are. The only way they know how to sell you is to be educated about your business. They're not going to become you as the attorney or the dentist or the carpet cleaner. But they will, however, become knowledgeable about your business enough so when speaking to others, they can actually sell you. They can get that person to want you to have them call. And that's what we do. It's warm referrals. Like I said, we meet once a week for an hour and a half. Everybody teaches each other. We have no outside speakers that are allowed. It's always about our members. And the more we're educated, the more we can sell to others. So it really works very simply. It's very structured, but it's a lot of fun. Every chapter is different. Every chapter has its own personality, and it's amazing to see them operate.
Love it. And so what advice would you have for those that have organizations, that have businesses? And by the way, guys, anytime you have any questions, and Kiever, I see you. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. I appreciate you sharing. My dad just joined us. Very interesting and informative. I appreciate that, Dad. What advice would you have for those out there that have businesses where they need to have the networking advice? They have businesses that are membership organizations that are based upon the units and the members and the subscribers, and based upon the success that those businesses get. What advice would you have for those that are watching that have a membership-based business?
To encourage them to reach out to a networking organization, not just any, but a professional, nationally or internationally known group. The reason I say that is, one, we have good reputation. And I'm not talking just about Letip. There are a couple out there that are nationally known and internationally known. It's really important, too, that you understand that by going, you create relationships. Relationships are everything about networking. Without relationships, all you're doing is showing up and throwing up and hoping people will catch it and give you business. That's not how it works. You really have to build long-lasting relationships where people get to know you. When I started as a banker, like I said, I almost lost my job 7 times. I thought it was almost redundant and stupid to attend the meetings. But within a short period of time of really understanding who I should be meeting with, who I should be inviting, how I was making it work, I will honestly tell you that on a 2% commission, the last 5 months of my first year, I put $50,000 in my pocket personally. That isn't even what counted for the bank. So I know it works. And from that, I've tried to add more. We are now linked to everybody in our organization. Once you join, you're not just in a chapter. You are in an organization where you can talk to anybody as an expert in their field: attorneys, doctors, florists, carpet cleaners, contractors. There's no limit. So most organizations are not connected that well. We want them doing business outside of their local chapter with as many people as they need to. If I live in Arizona, which is where I live, and I want to move to Colorado, I should be able to pick up the phone and talk to a real estate agent that's part of Letip, and bam, find a house. I know they'll take good care of us because we're part of Letip. So it's really important to not only build those relationships, but people say, why do we go every week? It's a cult. No, it's not. Out of sight, out of mind. I need to see you. I need to see your pain. I need to understand what you're going through, what you need, because if I can't see you, then how can I help you? So it's very important that we go. We have a very generous attendance policy. You can miss 4 times in a quarter, but more than that, people forget who you are and what you want. So it's really important. I came up with something that someone told me was, I can't even recall the name of the book. But ours is give, get, grow, ... repeat. Give, get, grow, repeat. You have to give in the life period to get. Once you get, you're allowed to grow. Most people think when they hit pinnacle peaks, they're done. But if they don't continue to repeat it often, it falls apart. So it's really important for people to not only be part of a networking organization, but to build those relationships. If you don't have one near you, you can build one. But if you don't have one near you, find a local chamber. Chambers are really good. The only difference is they let 50 realtors in, and we're specific categories. We only allow 1 of each type of category to join. So there's no competition for you, and you truly have a full sales force that's working for you. Most people think it will drop in their laps. They have to be talking about it and out in public all the time. Standing in line at the grocery store, my first client that joined Letip had a huge box of beer. And little guy, and I said, are you going to just making conversation? You going to drink that all by yourself? He whirled on me and said, no, I'm inviting you to drink it with me. Long story short, I didn't, but we met. He liked me. He came to a meeting. He joined. My first mortgage lender ever in Letip that I brought in. But that's what I do. I talk to everybody in line. I talk to people on the phone. I talk to them on Zoom. I tell them why they should be part of it. I get excited. If you can't be excited about your business in front of other people, why would they want to do business with you? They could do business with anybody. And trust me, they're going to go to someone who seems animated and active and excited about their business. So that's all part of the training and the teaching that we do. And I'd love to give away 1 or 2 classes that people can come in and join me. Send me an email and I will get you a link. I do it the last Saturday of every month and the last Monday of twice on Monday of the last Monday of every month. So I can send you to select. I'd love to share that with anybody who would like to know working.
We're getting a little bit of slow internet, guys. I apologize about that. So I want to dig a little bit deeper into that. When you say it's all about building relationships, what advice would you have? And Cynthia, by all means, twist my question around or ask your own question because I don't want to be the only one taking all the airtime here to Kim. But I think the relationship thing is a very important piece, and I think you're exactly right. But what do you suggest? How is the best way to build relationships? How do you get a relationship with somebody? What's some good advice on actually approaching people, especially people of authority and people of value?
There are ways to open doors always. You can ask for a referral from someone to be able to do that for you. But to be honest, Eric, all you have to do is be yourself. Be warm, be open, ask questions. It's easy to network with people. It's easier to build relationships if you're trustworthy. They want to know that you're truly interested. I mentioned early in talking that people show up and throw up. And I mean, they come and they ask you right away, what do you do? How can I help you? I'd love for you to work with me. That's not building a relationship. When you're truthful with yourself and the person that's in front of you, and you're truly interested, they can tell. And from that interest, they will find ways to talk back to you. They will find ways to meet up with you. They will want to know more about you and your business. But it's always selfless in the beginning to really want to know who they are and what they do. And by doing that, those relationships start to grow. There are people, I will tell you, we've brought BANK, B-A-N-K, stands for Blueprint Action Nurture Knowledge. It's a 90-second assessment of personalities. We've brought that into Letip because I can stand up. If you can't tell, I am a nurturer and action person, 50-50. It's exactly the same. But because I'm a nurturer and because I talk very fast and because I'm action, I get it done. Let's do it. Don't take forever to talk to me. I turn people off sometimes when speaking with them. If I can learn how to speak in a knowledge language where you want to know everything, so I'm going to give you all the information I can, you now think that I'm knowledge, and we immediately have a connection. If you're a blueprint, you want everything in order, you want it structured, you want to know there's a process, you want to know there's trust involved, and you want a handshake. A knowledge person who's green would want a high five or a fist bump. They don't want you to touch them. But a blueprint wants a handshake. Nurture wants a hug, and an action person wants a high five. So when you can start understanding in a simple format who the people are within your group, and you start educating them in the way they like to be sold to, they're going to be raving fans. Most of us never take the time to find that out. And the only way to find it out is to be together, to meet often, and to bring in like-kind people who you know you want to work with. That's how true relationships are built over time.
I love it. Now, I wanted to know, like, in terms of Letip, like, how did it come about? Like, what was the story behind how it all came to be?
The original owner is Ken Peterson, who lived in San Diego. He's the only other owner there ever has been. This is a true story. I've never told it in public, but I'll share with you now. He was an insurance agent who felt that he could gather more clients from meeting people who would give him referrals and building those relationships than going door to door and doing small talk. So he created the first Letip chapter called Tipsters. It still exists today in San Diego. It's not part of Letip. They did not want to be part of Ken's promise to go all over the country. So they've stayed on their own in San Diego. But he and his wife were backpacking all through France at about 54, 55 years old, and staying in hostels, youth hostels, actually. He used to laugh about it. And they had to come up with a different name. Tipsters wouldn't let them keep that name. So when they got back to the US, they realized that they loved France, and they realized that Le Car had just come out. It's a little vehicle that was around for a very short period of time. And Ken's wife said to him, why can't we use Letip instead of Le Car? And that truly is the story of how Letip got started. But it was from his heart wanting to help other people grow their business because it had worked so well for him. I was fortunate to step into a structured organization and business that was already done, but I worked really hard to perfect it, refine it, and add value. Because without adding value, it's worthless.
Absolutely. I love it. Le Car to Letip, the vehicle to success. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Isn't that cute? Someone gave me a Le Car and an Eiffel Tower. They sit in my office on a shelf to remind me how it got started. But, everybody thought, well, that must be a really cool story. It's not a cool story, but it was fun for them. And they really had a lot of memories going to France and remembering why Letip started. So that's it in a nutshell.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Kim. I think that Letip is an amazing organization. We're proud to be an affiliate and collaborate with you guys. And you guys will be able to learn a lot more about Letip on easywaywalloffame.com. Make sure you create your free account. It's similar, just has a lot of differences to it. And we're going to be doing some great stuff moving in the future. We've had some good behind the curtain conversations, have we not?
We have. We've known each other a long time, and you've come a long way, Eric. Congratulations. This is a great show.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I received that, and having the blessing to have friendships with people like yourself, Kim, is one of the reasons we have gotten to where we are now today. And all right, so guys, I want to get into you guys. This is for you guys. So normally you guys charge money to take these classes and learn the networking and learn what you guys teach, correct?
Yes. If you're a member, it's free. It's part of your membership cost. If you're not and you're coming from outside, then I do charge you to attend. But I'm willing to give this away free, because if we can teach 2 or 3 more, then that's that many more people who can spread the word of what networking really is.
Okay, guys. So if you're looking at the screen right now, you're going to see that there's a place where it says shop, and what we're talking about is going to be right there available for you to be able to take the class and be able to join for free. There's 2 spots to be able to join for free to learn a lot of great stuff from Kim. And then I don't believe Kim is on here yet, but Kim will be on under the members section if you want to network with her or follow her profile, get involved with her. She'll be on Easy Way Wall of Fame here soon. And so make sure that you go on there. Oh, no, there she is. You are on there. So go on her profile, go to members, and then follow her profile, get involved. We just got to soup up her profile a little bit there. But go to the shop section, because that will give you more information on exactly what Letip is, what the class is, and what the takeaway is for you guys, what you're going to be able to get out of it.
Eric, let me share really quick that you're in the LA area. We have chapters Orange County, LA, San Diego. They're all over down there. You can attend. Go online to letip.com, find a chapter in your area, and you can attend. Even if they have your category filled, they will let you come as a guest to say, hey, I'm looking, I'm interested, I want to know what's open. There's no charge to attend the meeting. Most of them are meeting virtually, so you have to contact the president. But they can attend a meeting to see if it would be a great fit for them, with no expectations of joining. They have to be voted in and all of that, but they can attend, see if they like it, and if it works for them, I'm sure they'll get an invitation.
And I know Letip is very exclusive, because we actually used to be members of Letip a long time ago. We here in Orange County, and it was like 7 in the morning, and it would be like 25, 30 people that would always network together and connect. And it was a great experience. You guys would always feed us, and it was just real professional. But what I loved is there's only there's a specific exclusivity to the membership. So if you're a plumber, there's no other plumbers allowed in that room. If you're a social media person, there's no other social media people. If you're a speaker, there's no other speakers. So it always made it very specific to the members to be able to network and not have to worry about any competition. And I thought and I think Letip was one of the first original companies to start doing that. And a lot of people started kind of copying off of you guys. Am I correct?
You are correct. We are the first. We're the gold standard out there. If you've heard of BNI, they took our model and copied it and spread it all over the world. Good for them. We have no problem with that because there's enough business out there for everybody, but we do it different.
Oh, I feel you, Kim. Everybody's trying to copy the Wall of Fame right now too, but not too many people can do it the easy way, except for me. But I get you. So guys, we are going to let you guys post your comments, let you guys get absorb that. If you guys have any questions for Kim, Kim, let's talk a little bit about, as we're waiting for these questions, let's talk a little bit about you and your history and who your expertise, what your expertise is, and who Kim really is, even before Letip to what you're doing now. Like, why would one want to network with Kim?
I'm a connector. I know a lot of people. I've kept my relationships over the years. When you're a banker and you're connecting people anyway, those don't go away. So you want to join me on LinkedIn, but I need to know who you are. I go by the rules. So I need to be introduced to you and want to connect. But LinkedIn is a great place for networking as well. You want to get out there who you are and why people would want to know you. I, for one, am the mother of 5 and a grandmother of 6. I love life. I swam for 30 years, 8 of those with Mark Spitz. He's the first guy, by the way, to get 5 gold medals in the Olympics. There's not a lot to me. What you see is what you get. I'm straight up. I'm forward. I call it like I see it, but I would give you the shirt off of my back if you needed it. That's who I am, and that's why I'm in Letip. It wasn't for the money. It wasn't for fame and glory. You know me, Eric. I'm the backseat guy. I don't really like being in the spotlight. But I had to step up and take the leadership role for Letip to keep it going and to make it even more possible for more small businesses to be part of us. I'm not the public speaker that you are. You're phenomenal, but I love people. So because my love of people shows through, people naturally want to network with me. And I don't lose very many friends. I gain a lot. Nobody's a stranger to me. Everybody's a friend.
So what's some ideas, what's some advice would you recommend? How do you keep a friendship, keep a relationship, keep a business association? The best way to follow up and be consistent. I think consistency is key. What's some of the tools, if you could share with us, that Letip uses to keep people interested and keep them, consistently, like you're a self-sustainable business. So how do you keep people paying you money?
Well, we hope to give them more value. Every chapter has its own personality, and they're part of that chapter. So it's up to the chapter somewhat to keep them involved. But we have a newsletter that comes out twice a month called Communicare. We highlight our members, we highlight our chapters, we give my blog in there, we talk about the things that are going on. We're there to support. We have our Letip Wired. It's a members-only website where they're connected to each other. We actually pass our business and warm leads online, so they don't have to spend hours and hours doing reports to know where they are as a chapter. Immediately, they can pull reports at the end of the month by putting the information in weekly, and it gives it to them. I think to keep active, you have to be able to open your emails and read them. So many people don't today. You need to connect. I write handwritten notes every single day. I send 1 or 2 notes every single day out to somebody. It doesn't matter who it is. It's just someone I've selected that's a member that I want to say hello to. They're typically shocked that they heard from the CEO, but I care. So I want to connect with them. We encourage everybody to take the training. If they're losing interest, come back to training. Why isn't it working for you? The dollars in your pocket, which is our mantra, really says it all. If you're not making money, it's not working. Don't quit or leave. Find out why it's not working. You will be surprised and amazed usually that you need to look in the mirror. It's almost always on us and not the group. I didn't bring a guest forever because we ate in a restaurant that I didn't care for the food. when I really grew up and understood what networking was, I never ate there, but I brought tons of guests. In my first year, 46 people joined because of me. So it's really important to understand that it isn't hard. You have to ask, you have to touch base, you can pick up the phone, connecting. You said it, follow up. Most people don't. They show up and throw up, and then they think they're done. They have to follow up on a consistent basis and be truthful about it. Care about it. Is it your birthday, your anniversary? I have loads and loads of note cards that I keep with all that information in it. I personally wish you happy birthday on Facebook if it comes up and I've put you in there. So people are so surprised. I answer my own telephone. But I've learned from a long time ago, people don't want to talk to somebody in an ivory tower. They want to talk to somebody who's been through the same things you have and understand what you're going through. And I truly think that's what Letip epitomizes. We're all in it together, and we're there to help each other really find out how we can grow. Some will stay, some won't. If they don't, it probably wasn't meant for them, or they weren't worth networking, because this is not net play. You have to work it to make it work. So I spend at least 20 minutes every day prospecting. I spend another 20 minutes every day writing the notes. And then I spend probably 6 hours every day, either on Zoom or on a phone call. But then I'm running the entire organization. If you're in a chapter, I'm sure it wouldn't take that much time, but you need to reach out and connect and follow up always.
I love it. I wanted to have, like, in terms of actually when you go and you audit, you know, you're observing it and you want to join. So are there any specific things that you look for in terms of being a member of your community?
Absolutely. First of all, I teach people how to find their power partners. Let's say, for instance, that you are a real estate agent. A lot of real estate agents think that the mortgage lender is their power partner, but rarely does the mortgage lender have someone to give to the realtor who wants to buy a house. So the realtor is the mortgage lender's power partner, but the general contractor, the yard landscaping, the swimming pool guy, the windows and floor coverings, those are the power partners for the realtor, because they know before anybody else who's buying or selling a home. So if they can build relationships with those people, they'd go for, sorry, little meltdown here.
Hey, you know what? The information is just too good. The lamp couldn't handle how good this information is.
Well, I apologize. But I can't even remember where we were. What was I just saying?
Well, the question, I believe, going back to Cynthia, go ahead and ask your question again, Cynthia.
Yes. So my question was, in terms of joining your community, what do you look for?
I would look, first of all, for who's in the chapter. Are they power partners that could actually work with you? More so, I'd go in, and if I felt at home, if they made me feel welcomed, if I felt warm and cozy, and I said, wow, this is a great experience, that's a good chapter. Doesn't matter who's in there. But if you walk in and they are ignoring you, it's cold, you're not getting any vibes from anybody, wrong place. Wrong place, not just in Letip, but BNI, chambers, everything. If you don't feel connected, it's not going to work. I changed mine. I went into a 23 member chapter as the 23rd member, and I actually got everybody out but 3 of us and brought in 46 in the same year because they wouldn't work with me. I didn't have that warm and fuzzy feeling. So we turned it around with a group that totally cared about each other. I think it's really important to understand how that works. So if you walk into a place and it doesn't feel like home, then you're in the wrong place. You might try it a second week. In our situation, you have to go 2 consecutive times to make sure they like you and you like them. So the first time it might have just been an off day. The second time, again, if it doesn't feel good, run. I honestly believe in that, because if you don't, you're going to be stuck with something that's not going to work. You have to feel it when you go there.
Well, Kim, let's talk about the business of networking. Let's talk about actually some tips and some ideas on how to make money in the networking space.
Well, Eric, in our organization, you get up at every meeting and you give a 30-second commercial. And people say, why only 30 seconds? I will tell you, because your brain's not going to listen to more than 20 seconds. But when we talk, we we get up and we say, hey, I'm the plumber. If you got a clog somewhere, you need to use me. That's not going to get you business. You want to stand up and say, hey, I'm the plumber, and I'm looking to be in the home of 10 new people that I haven't met this next week. Who do you know has this issue? And they give you the issue. You have to ask for business at every meeting, a specific number of business, a specific amount of money that you want, who you want to be introduced to. It's all about getting the message across correctly so that we know how to help you. Because if you get up and you say, hey, I'm a banker and I got 86 products. I know if you're unhappy with your bank, you should come to me. Is that really going to get you to want to change banks to come to my bank? So you have to become proficient. Change your commercial every week. Make it so that you're educating us in bite-sized pieces about what you do, and always end with an ask. I need help. When you're in a room and you ask somebody, could you help me? Nobody ever turns you down, and they don't even know what you want. So think about it. What are you really looking for? How do you think they can help you? Educate them as to what you need, who you want to be in front of, and how much money you're looking for. We all have business goals. Share your goals, because once you share them, it's very hard to forget that you have them out there, and people will continue to help you get business. I'm a visual person. I needed 11 consumer loans that averaged $2,500 every single month. So I created a board with a thermometer on it, and we colored it in until it popped out. In 2 years, I only missed the goal 2 times by 1 loan. And most of the time when I missed it, they gave me twice as many the next month. So when you can be graphic and visual, people get it. And then they know how to help you. And it's a psychological thing that they don't think about unless it comes up. Oh, the plumber, I remember that. Oh, the banker, she needs another loan. This guy needs a new car or a computer or carpet for his home. We got it. So that's really the important part of it, is to make sure that everybody asks the ask at the end. When you get up to speak, so many people at the end say thank you, and think about it. When you say thank you, you are allowing us to not think about you again until we see you at the meeting the next week. When we're children, we say, Mom, we're done with dinner. Can we go out and play? Thanks. We're gone. And we don't think about Mom again. So you want them to think about you 24/7, even if it's just psychologically. So when you hear the trigger words that they've taught you, you're automatically thinking of them. That's my best advice. Always ask for the business at the end of your commercial.
That is great advice. I love it. It took me a little bit to get back into the show because I was taking so many notes there. I love it. So guys, I hope you're really taking notes. You're taking this seriously, and shout outs to Amy. She's been very, very engaging, and Sophia Kiever and Daniela. I hope you guys are getting some great advice, because this is some honestly good networking advice. Don't you agree, Cynthia?
I 100% agree. I mean, I'm frantically taking notes here too. I just feel like this is such wisdom, and it's amazing. You know, a lot of it is, you know, I have this understanding of it, and it's like, you know it, but you don't apply it. And so this is really like bridging the gap and helping us to help ourselves. I like the fact that you really speak of the show up and throw up, because so often what's happened is like people just come and they dump, you know, they just are like, well, this is all about me serving my needs. But I read a quote once that said, you help enough people get what they want, you get what you want. And that's really what you're speaking to here. And I really appreciate that. There is some real nuggets here. Like, wow.
Good.
And I love the outfit. Is that the official Letip outfit that you wore for us today?
Yeah, that's the blue, the navy blue and gold. That's us.
It's very similar to Easyway colors. I mean, if you like look at the design of the show today, everybody just like looks so on point, and your outfit matches the show, matches our colors like perfectly. I just wanted to point that out. So Kiever says, yes, great advice. Never thought about what you said. Thank you. Being so final, great nuggets. I'm so glad you guys are taking away some great nuggets. You guys are absorbing and adopting some great nuggets. So we're going to go to commercial break. Don't go anywhere, Kim. This is Easy Talk Live, guys. I hope that you are enjoying the show. Remember to share the show. Remember to tell your friends about the show. And remember to text Easyway to 55678 if you want to get involved with the show, beyond the show, get involved with our guests, anything like that. So this is Easy Talk Live, and we will be right back.
The professional speaking industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and the religious speaking industry is even larger. Yet both of these industries miss out on billions of dollars of sales and donations every year. They are desperately seeking ways to increase their revenue during events, immediately after events, as well as weeks later. They need a way of directly communicating with their audience during and after their speeches or sermons in order to achieve more connection and engagement. Text Me Leads answers this need with their unique use of technology and service. Text Me Leads enables all types of speakers to communicate directly with their audience during and after events. This dramatically increases immediate and long-term engagement. Text Me Leads even allows sales and contributions to happen during an event, which is when audiences feel most connected, and that's when they're most likely to buy. Text Me Leads, the missing link between speakers and their buying audience.
Visit easywaytext.com to get started today.
All right, we're back with Kim Marie from Letip International with great advice, great information, great golden nuggets, and we are getting some great momentum here for you guys to learn how to network yourself to success. Really, the easy way. That's kind of what this has turned into, the business of networking yourself to success the easy way. I know I've gotten some great information, and we're waiting on Ava to come on with hers. She's going to be bringing in a special event. She's got hundreds of people with her right now, celebrating her birthday. So we're waiting for her to pop in, and Lunel was supposed to pop in as well, but we've had a little bit of technical difficulties today. I guess it happens with technology. So I know some people might have wanted to see her. So we do apologize about those technical difficulties, but we've gotten much more better golden nuggets and information and a lot more time with Kim that we weren't expecting. So we're going to keep it moving, keep it rocking and rolling. And I'm loving this. So Kim, what about the COVID times? What about the transition from brick and mortar, traditional business, which I know you guys were basically used to broadcast, to streaming now, to having to use the computer? How have you guys transitioned that with your business?
Well, I like to think I'm a forward thinker, right? I see the 80,000 foot picture, not just what's in front of me today. I've been using Zoom for over 10 years to train my members. So a lot of them used to coming on, they understood how it worked, and we just did a pivot like that with instructions on how to use it. And all of our chapters are meeting virtually now. We have become a virtual company. Now, we've always been a face-to-face company, so I know that we'll be going back to face-to-face for some of us, but most people that are new and younger, they love this virtual so that they don't have to get up at the crack of dawn and drive somewhere else. They can do it right from home. So we highly recommend virtual meetings. We have a format and a structure that runs just like if we were meeting in person, so we're not missing anything. Yes, we like being face-to-face with the hugs, the handshakes, etc. But in the meantime, we're still making business happen. And what happens is when you sit down and you quit networking, your business stops. People don't realize that. So network any way you can, whether it's virtual and you hate it, make it up. Figure out a way to have fun. I know for Christmas, the first time ever with 5 kids and 6 grandkids, we had no one here. Everyone's out of state and we couldn't have them together. So I got online and we did a Zoom meeting and we did a scavenger hunt that lasted for an hour. And every family was excited and they all did so well. We gave every family gift cards instead of picking one. So we had a blast, but what do you have to do? You have to pivot and make changes. You have to adapt. So I think the virtual part is great. We talked for a moment about bank, and I would love to offer anybody who's listening, if they want to write it down, a way to go and assess yourself and get a report that tells you how you like to buy. But you'd have to go to crackmycode.com /Letip. If you don't, there may be a charge for it from the bank organization, but that's my URL. That won't cost you anything, and you will get the report. So it's crackmycode.com /Letip. I have to tell you that my husband and I are complete opposites. We get along really well, but I never gave him enough time to talk to me because as an action nurturer, it's give it to me and get on my way. He's a knowledge blueprint. So he has to know everything about everything, and it has to be in a process and an order. When we coded and realized this about 10 years ago, it changed our relationship. I really have respect for him. He gets 5 minutes now, but he speeds it up. So it's amazing that you can find out if you have a child that's just not seeming to fit the mold. let them code, find out what it says about them with their report, and see how you can approach them. My son should have been an attorney. He could just talk a judge into the ground, argue him into the ground. And I just thought that he was being negative and always against me. When I realized that he was a knowledge nurture blueprint, it changed our relationship. I give him all the information I can about any subject that we're talking about, and we have a very cohesive, good talk now. And it only took 30 years to get there. He's 34. So it's important that you can share it, and I'm more than willing to let you use that link to code yourself. We would love to have you code, and then call me. You can look my phone number up on our website. I'm available to anybody. I'd love to talk to you if you need to find out more about bank.
So Kim, I want to show you how much we have in common, and what you're talking about.
Do you use it very much, Eric?
I'm getting there. You know, I think it's an amazing system, and it is really cool. I don't really know how to use it. Maybe you could teach me more how to use it. I was given the cards. Yeah.
I'm a trainer. I'm a certified trainer with bank, but we are having a master class soon, so all of our members can understand how to utilize it in a chapter meeting.
Hey,
so we can get together.
Finally, LuAn Mitchell, and I will take the blame, LuAn. It's probably something on our end, but at least we got you in here. So I really wanted to make sure. I'm glad that we were able to get you on the show, because I wanted to make sure we introduced you to Kim Marie, the CEO of Letip International. Kim Marie, this is LuAn. LuAn is one of our affiliates, and she owns a company called Big Media USA. She's been in the beauty pageant industry. She has a magazine called Informed, and we're doing a lot of great stuff together. And LuAn, I know that you're going to be giving away some spots in the magazine and some interviews and stuff like that, and some great stuff. So we have some really cool giveaways for you guys. But I really want to show what this connection is, because you said, Kim, that you're a connector, right? Well, I'm a connector, and I'm proving it on the show. Now, you guys at home could be doing a show doing the same type of thing. And I'll tell you, I've connected people like Kim and LuAn together, already knowing what's going to happen, and magic happened from that show. So don't go anywhere, guys. I'm being told by Voice America that we got to do that little goodbye Voice America little thing that we have to do. And when we come back, we're going to see how these two are going to network and how these two are going to make some magic happen the easy way. It's going to be pretty cool. Don't go anywhere, guys. Easy Talk Live.
Thanks for listening to Easy Talk Live. We've got more fun at easyway.live. That's letter E, letter Z, WAY.live. Get connected and get exposure on our Easy Way Wall of Fame. Visit easywaywall.com. That's letter E, letter Z, WAY wall.com. Tune in every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific for another show with Eric Zuley on the Voice America Influencers Channel. Have a great week.
All right, so now we're finishing up, guys, with Voice America, the Roku, the iHeartRadio, Spotify, Voice America, whatever. The radio portion of the show is now gone. They had to go, but we are back with the Roku, Apple, and Amazon TV Easy Way portion of the show. And I was just talking about how we're going to watch LuAn and Kim network their magic and stuff. And so me and Cynthia are going to bid you adieu, and we're going to let you guys talk a little bit and make the magic happen. You guys have like 3 minutes to show the audience how to network properly. Ooh.
Hi, LuAn. Nice to meet you.
You know, it's a pleasure to meet you, Kim Marie. And tell me a bit about yourself.
Well, the same. You're awfully young to own a magazine and everything else, aren't you?
Oh, you know, I always tell people, don't let age be your cage. So
that's a good one.
You know, it's just a number. It's just a number. And isn't it a marvelous thing to be able to share our voices, to share our experiences, and to help others to take their gifts to the world as well?
Absolutely. I'm dying to know more about you having beauty pageants in the background. Don't you find that stressful?
Oh, it's stressful to have it in my background?
Well, that you handle them, right? They're a lot of work.
I got to tell you, I was in beauty pageants. I was actually in the Miss Canada pageant.
Very nice.
Thank you. I'm a duo citizen. I'm American and Canadian. And so, and then I owned a spa, a salon, and a modeling school was one of my first businesses. I'm a serial entrepreneur. Then I owned a gourmet food company and now a media company. And so magazines were always a part of everything. I wrote for 3 magazines as a young woman and wrote on the beauty industry. And, I think we just really need to feel that beautiful self of ours, love ourselves, and help others to love themselves. Take this out to the world as best as we can. And yourself, you're an amazing lady. Look at all of your accomplishments. And I'm just thrilled to meet you.
Well, thank you. Same here. I was a model for a short time when I first moved to Arizona. I worked for the Young Modeling Agency. And it was really fun. I didn't know that I had that in me, but walking down the runway and showing off was kind of fun. It kind of brought me out of my shell. I'm very much an extrovert when I get to know people, but I'm very shy on the outside, usually when I don't know someone. So that really helped me become better at what I do. But I just love people. You weren't on before. I'm the mom of 5 and the grandmother of 6. Family is really important to me. In fact, the third reason that you join Letip is the loyalty, the love of each other and helping. So for me, that's what it's all about. In today's society and world, we have to love each other more. There's nothing else that's going to help us. We have to do it. I hear you.
And what a gift it is to be able to love. There's those who would like to dress up and show up, and some people just can't do that anymore, but we can. And because we can, it's not just something that we have a choice to do. I believe it's an obligation. It's an obligation to love, and it's an obligation to help others to love. At Big Media USA, we are a very, very loving media firm, and we were started a while back, way back in 2007. So we've seen some things, as they say, and we've seen some transition, and it's not going to stop. Change is a very beautiful thing. You just got to learn how to not spin your wheels, but how to get some traction with that trip that we're all on, that journey of life and that gift. And Big Media USA is helping many people get traction, businesses, individuals, authors, coaches. And we just are so proud and so honored.
LuAn, let me ask you one quick question.
Sure.
What is one thing that I could do for you today?
Well, I think we could make a commitment to stay in touch. So if you could make a commitment to me to stay in touch with me today, this has been way too short. I would like to reciprocate with that same for you. But if you have something else I could do for you today, please let me know. Absolutely. Eric, you're going to get me her information.
Well, I want to definitely. I want to point a couple things out, guys, because this is a good educational portion of the show. There was a lot of great takeaways as I was watching that networking going on. I mean, first and foremost, the beginning piece was listening. If you notice, Kim really listened to what I was saying about LuAn. And so Kim kind of knew a way to keep that conversation moving, and already, brought up the beauty thing and oh, you're in media. And so there was already a little bit of an interest there. Okay. What's one of the things you saw networking wise, Cynthia, that Kim did really well or LuAn did really well?
I love their enthusiasm and genuine interest. Like, it seemed like they were really attentively listening to each other and actively taking that interest. And that is so integral. The integrity, the authenticity, just being so earnest and desiring more information. It was like a true bonding experience. It was beautiful.
Very well. And then the other thing is they served each other. If you notice at the end, they noticed that, okay, the networking, it was like a speed networking section. Okay, the speed networking is now over. I got to make sure that I make sure that I show some sort of value. Okay, I don't want to take from you. I want to serve you. You heard LuAn say, what can I do to help you? What can I do to serve you? Basically, I mean, she said it in her own way, and then Kim said the same thing back. And I liked it. I like what they also said is the answer was really good. In fact, that was a takeaway I got. Is, hey, make a commitment that we're going to stay in touch. Make a commitment that we can keep this conversation going. Guys, I hope you're writing that down, because that was a real good one. Anything else that you saw, Cynthia?
Yeah, I was going to say the ask at the end. I mean, you don't want to just, you want to be able to leave them with that, that call to action. And it's showing that, I don't want this to just end. This is not over. We didn't just have 3 minutes. This is the start of something much bigger than it when it is. So, and I love it.
I absolutely loved her nugget. Don't let age be your cage. Amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that goes right across the spectrum. That pendulum swings it. I'm too young. I'm too old. I'm too in between. I'm too this. I'm too that. No. Don't let age be your cage. Time and space, it's all illusion. It's all illusion. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, we can't hear you, Eric.
I'm on mute. The other, well, at least you saw my lips moving. The other thing on a networking perspective is research. Okay, so had I not done the introduction, and you could do a lot of research on each other's websites, and the more that you have it's actually called product knowledge. The more that you have product knowledge on somebody that you're talking to, the more that you're going to be able to network with them, because they're going to appreciate that you took the time to research them and actually found out what it is that they're doing. I think networking has a lot to do with sales. Would you guys agree? Absolutely.
No question.
Yep.
So thank you for that awesome display of how to network properly, because this show was about the business of networking. And so LuAn, I'm glad that you came on. Kim, I'm glad that you came on. And I'm also going to be bringing on one other person, because I did promise her. She's at an event right now, Ava Budai with Busy Mom Magazine. Okay, and Ava is with a bunch of people right now, I think on Zoom, and she is celebrating her birthday. So we're here at Easy Talk Live, and everybody on Easy Talk Live wants to say happy birthday to you, Ava, and welcome to the show.
Thank you. I have about 30 people left in the room. I think they're actually not on the show with me like I thought, because I couldn't use my webcam in 2 different places. So it's just me, but they're all watching on Facebook.
Okay,
right
well,
now.
hi, everybody. Thank you for watching. Next time, what you do is you take your cell phone and turn your cell phone to the Zoom on your computer, and then we can see all the people and stuff like that. But all right, and then real quick, we don't have a whole lot of time with Ava, but Ava has a magazine for mothers, and we have collaborated with Ava. We've affiliated with Ava, and Ava's done an amazing job telling everybody about the Easy Way Wall of Fame. So we wanted to reciprocate that appreciation by letting her come onto the show. Keever says, hi, Ava, how you doing? And promote yourself a little bit. So for about a minute or so, Ava, tell everybody about your magazine and how they can benefit from it.
Okay, so as he said, it's a magazine for moms, and I'm also an internet marketer. So what I do is I promote the moms that are on the magazine, and they write articles for me. So we kind of all help each other. It's a very community-based supportive network, and I'm very happy to have them. I promote them any chance I get. They're a wonderful group of women. Many of them are at my birthday party right now on Zoom, and I really would love to make this announcement right now that with Eric's help, I'm going to put the magazine back in print. So that's going to be fantastic. I used to have it in print, and then I got a little overwhelmed, and Oprah stopped doing hers, so I stopped doing mine. If she can do it, I can do it. So that was that. And then we have our other big announcement. I don't know if you want to tell them, Eric, or the other two.
Oh,
coming back into print on demand.
We're going to save some goodies. We're going to say that's just some really great stuff that's going to be coming up, guys. We are going to be bringing on Ava as an associate producer of some great stuff. We're going to be getting more involved with Ava on TV. We'll say that much. But Ava, I got a birthday present for you. Okay. LuAn, Nicole, and Kim Marie and Cynthia all have amazing skills and expertise in the field of where you're going down, the lane that you're going down in business. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and let you ask Kim, Cynthia, and LuAn one question apiece so we can help grow yourself and grow your situation, grow your magazine, grow what you're wanting to do, and get to know them a little bit one at a time. So go ahead and choose who you want to ask the question to and what you want to learn.
Nothing like last minute power nervousness networking. Okay. I don't know you all very well, but I've seen you on Eric's show. Obviously, you're all great. Actually, Cynthia, I do know you from Easier Life Mastery, I think it is, right? So talked to your husband a couple of times. That was great. So I'm all about networking. So how would I get more people into the magazine? That's my big thing right now. More people.
Who's the
more
question?
articles.
You got to be specific on who you're asking that question to.
Oh, I don't know. LuAn, because she's in media. So if I go into TV and print, what's the differences that I have to do?
Question, and I'm going to ask you to answer my question. What is your target market? I heard you say moms. Moms in general, certain specific, or is it not moms that you want in the magazine? Others, perhaps doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs. Who's your target market?
Mostly just moms. I even have some grandmothers that have their own section of the magazine, the online magazine.
Okay, so moms because of their entrepreneurial skills, moms because of their at-home skills, moms because of some being single moms or married moms, or when you want all of the above? Not a specific category of moms?
I also have to help single mom entrepreneurs. So I'm all over the mom thing for many years.
Okay, so I am now wondering, when you say moms everywhere, well, one thing you could do for sure is get on the social media and you could make an offering. So you could go forward with, the Busy Mom magazine. And I like that title, by the way, Busy Mom. We know moms are all very busy. Busy Mom magazine is offering you the opportunity to contact us because we want to have you become a part of our family. And of course, moms understand the word family. So I would caution you to be very careful with the words and the verbiage that you use. I would keep your wording in with family, in with moms. And if you're targeting specifically single moms, I would suggest that you would tell them that you're building a network of single moms so that they can support each other. Because by building a network, we now have a support when everyone needs to have a support network, and then they would have a go-to. So then you can pick some topics and you could have them actually assist you to find out what is most pertinent that they need to have addressed and perhaps expanded upon, because you need to tap their vein. So you can say, I need to hear from you because I want to serve. And we are all here to serve. And as soon as you say, how may I serve you? I need to hear from you because we have this opportunity with busymom.com magazine, and we need you to come. Would they be going to the website to perhaps put in their information there for you as well? Then you drive the traffic over to your website and you would put a spot there where they can all put it in. And you would say, I guarantee you we will be back in touch very quickly. And then be back in touch very quickly and move to the next step. But in order to get them over, you need to let them know that you want to serve them. You don't want them to feel that you're trying to, use up their time, waste their time, whatever. I want to serve you, and I have this opportunity, and I would be so honored if you would come and help me to help you. That's a very good idea.
That's a great idea. Actually, the Single Mom group is I'm going to some feedback, is a mentorship group to help the single moms. So I have other moms mostly, and some just married moms, helping the single mothers with free advice, free products, free promotion, that kind of stuff.
Well, thank you. I want to let you know too, as well, Ava, that I was a single mom, and I was widowed very young and left with 3 little children. And so I wrote a book about it, and I'm here to serve you as well, Ava. If I may serve, please let me know how I may help you. And I got shirt sleeves, and I know how to roll them up, so I'd be here for you too anytime.
That's awesome. I think you found your next cover there, Ava. Next cover of your magazine. Now, Ava, I want you to also know too that the expertise and the skill set of Kim Marie and what she does on a membership level, because I know that you do membership with your magazine. It's a great opportunity to be able to ask her a question as far as that goes. Again, how do you make money? How do you keep? And you missed early in the show. We gave a lot of advice as far as that goes. But Kim Marie is probably the queen of memberships. She owns a company with over hundreds of thousands of business owners, and she's been doing it for a very long time. It's been around for over 40 years. So ask Kim Marie a question as far as membership goes. Great advice, by the way, LuAn.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. And we're Facebook friends, so we'll talk soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Kim Marie, hi, nice to meet you. So what I would like to know is, the issue that I have is that I'm all about helping moms. And I'm also all about networking within my regular just internet marketing that I do for work, and the single moms group. And I'm planning on doing a mastermind to bring in money for me, because I'm doing everything for free basically right now. So what I would like to do is maybe charge some people, but not charge the single moms. That's my way of kind of being a nonprofit and helping them back. But I need subscriptions on the magazine and whatever else we do in media going forward. Do you have any advice about that?
Well, I would tell you to think very carefully about it, because if you're not willing to charge everybody, you're going to have dissensions amongst the ranks. You might be able to charge your moms that are single parents $5 as opposed to $35 for everybody else. I don't know what you're thinking of charging, but even a single mom doesn't want to feel like she has to have the handout, right? She wants to be able to know that she can do it on her own, and she's part of your organization. She's giving back as well. So I would sit down with some advisors, get a couple people around you that know the industry and bounce things off of, and just find out, what do you think would work? How would this look in a matrix? Because if you're going to do a subscription, and trust me, I know we now take payment plans, we have them all over the place, but everybody pays something so that they're all part of what we do. And through COVID, it's been difficult. So we've made long payment available, but everybody participates. We're a business as well. So we tell them we're a business, and that's what you want to start doing. You want to start writing about being a business and the services that you can give to the women that are reading you, and that you're counting on their subscriptions and them telling their friends to subscribe. But know what you want. Take the amount of money you think you have to have, backtrack it into how you break it down and who fits what level, but then be prepared. I really would recommend you don't give it away for free, but you can reduce it to those who you feel are deserving and need it, right? And that's only between you and your subscribers. But again, if you give it away for free to some, there will be others who are very cranky about it, and they'll leave your organization. So just a word from the wise from personal experience. And I hope that will help a little bit. I'm sure it didn't, but I want you to think about it very carefully.
Well, it could also be we're trying to adjust the mute and make sure that we don't have too much feedback or whatever. But did you like that advice, Ava?
That was actually great advice, and it did help, because that's the inner turmoil that I have, that if somebody can't afford to pay for it and she's a single mom, I don't want to not help her, but I can't help everybody. I know that, and I need to make a living too. That's why I do have other clients. I have clients who are men for my, websites and things like that. But that's my issue. But sliding scale sounds good for me, something like that. Yeah.
And Cynthia, you have a lot of experience in the business industry as well as the love industry, and I mean, in order to become a mom, you got to have love. I mean, I don't know. You want to throw some 2 cents on some advice this way?
Absolutely. I think that when I heard from Ava, and happy birthday, by the way, darling. I want to, I definitely hear your internal struggle in terms of the battle between wanting to help everyone, but in the process, you don't end up helping yourself. It's hard to pour from an empty cup. And so it's really important that we first take care of ourselves. That's what they teach us in an airplane. If you're going to crash, you always have to put your mask on first. And so it's really about recognizing your own value. You have incredible value, and you're providing a service to these women. And it's so important that as you value yourself, they will value it more. Nobody values free. So if you give something for free, they don't appreciate it. Even if it's on a sliding scale, give something and they'll appreciate it more.
I'd like to add to that. There's always sponsors, the sponsorship venue. And, single moms are, I'm going to say this, They're the backbone of the planet.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty imperative post. And as I say, I know because I was single. I became a single mom in my mid-30s when my husband died. And I have to tell you, I had 3 kids. My oldest son was 10, my youngest son was 7, and my daughter was 6. And we had just bought a company that was struggling, and I was in the middle of doing a turnaround on a bankrupt firm. And so my mortgage got called pretty quick, and all sorts of things happened. My husband had no life insurance because of his illness. So I'm just telling you, we can help each other. And there are those out there, including like myself, after I wrote my book, a company named Aflac. You might have heard them, Aflac. They hired me and bought a lot of my books so that I could go in with their sales team to help other widows who were left in situations like me with no insurance, etc. So I would say put your thinking cap on, Ava, because you might be able to approach some corporations that might give you some sponsorship dollars that can take it out so that, you know, widows like myself, single moms, whatever the circumstance that we're thrown in there, because that's the backbone of the earth. And be very proud of yourself, any single moms out there. You know, we need you. We need you. And look what happened. You know, kids grew up great. Things turn around. Things happen. But now going through COVID, etc., it's tough. But there are people, individuals and corporations that may step up to sponsor. And so some single moms in particular, dire straits, you might be able to say, hey, let me know, present to me your situation. I might be able to get some sponsorship dollars. And I would so encourage you to do that.
I love it. Exactly. Yeah, there is unity right here, girl. I mean, I definitely support you, whatever I can do.
We're in this thing together.
Great advice. Ava, we're going to let you get back to your birthday. I hope that was a great birthday present and you got some good information there. And we look forward to working with Busy Mom Magazine. And thank you for joining us.
And good luck.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So that was Ava with Busy Mom Magazine. And Kim, thank you for the awesome advice. I know you've been with us longer than you've ever been with anybody in their life on streaming. I can't believe we've gotten this much time with you. If you do need to take off, you're more than welcome to. I don't want to keep you any longer. If you want to stay with us, we'd love to have you.
I'd love to stay, but I've just had 10 calls and I've got to call back yet tonight. So I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. I'm here. If I can help anybody, just reach out. Thanks, Eric. I owe you. This has been an awesome thing, and you owe me LuAn's information so we can stay connected.
We're gonna make it as part of the show. Watch the magic happen because I already know what's gonna happen with that relationship. So thank you for coming on, Kim. I love you. I appreciate you, and I look forward to the future. And there's a lot of announcements we haven't had a chance to make yet, but you guys got to keep watching. You got to keep tuning in. You got to keep following to find out what easy way is gonna be with Letip and Kim. All right, thanks, Kim. All right, so LuAn, you are here with us on the show. We're gonna go ahead and put an extra half an hour on the clock.
There you go.
To make it happen. And I know that there's a lot of things that we brought you on last week that we didn't get a chance to cover, and you know, we'll be able to get a chance to cover. So first and foremost, I'm gonna let Cynthia actually take a lot of it this time because I overwhelmed her last time, and I need to let her have more camera time. But
right.
What a gentleman.
Nice. But so let's go ahead and start out with your story and you know, how you believe that you can help our audience.
Okay, well, I'm an author as well. You see my book Paper Doll right there beside me. I'll give you a peek at it here. So this is Paper Doll, and I'm going to tell you why I called this Paper Doll. Because I believe that each and every one of us is like a piece of paper. In other words, have you ever felt like you've been burned? Paper can be burned. Have you ever felt like something just crunched you up and threw you down? Well, a piece of paper is like that. Did you ever feel that you just got blown away? Something just blew you away? Well, a piece of paper is like that. A little wind can blow it away. But when you bring together a ream of paper, that carries some heft, and you can hit it right out of the ballpark with a ream of paper. So what I'm trying to tell you is this: we need to stick together. We need to learn from each other. There's never been a better time on planet Earth to learn from each other than right now. Doing exactly what we're doing right here, right now, sharing our voice, sharing our experiences, reading good books, going forward. Like I say here, it's a Revelations time machine. My book is sponsored by Forbes. Now, if you'd have seen me back when in the day, you'd say, oh, Forbes, why would they want to be with her? Well, here's the point. Whatever's happened to you in your life, whatever it is, and in my life and in my experiences, I've gone through a lot. I've gone through times when I was so low, I never ever thought I could get up again, both financially, personally. You know, we take hits, but we do get up. I would encourage you to get up. If you're down there, get up. And I'll tell you why. Because when you get up, you're going to have some new spark, something inside of you, something that, because unless that happened to you, that might not have ever come alive inside of you. You get a fresh perspective. You have to be able, you know, it seems sometimes like a plane is on the tarmac forever. Then all of a sudden you're at 30,000 feet. Well, how in the world does that happen? Well, I'll tell you how that happens. It happens because you got to start your engines. You got to have a destination in mind, but don't get so absorbed with one destination that you forget to enjoy the journey, all of the journey, and give credit to others. Okay. So every now and then, even now, like I had a high school reunion a short time ago, and you wouldn't believe it because we all showed up there. We were like, who are these people? Right? People change, or do they? You know, there's parts of us that evolve. I like to think that we're all evolving. And when you look at your life, some of the things that I've been through, so I came through, I never ever thought, I had feelings inside me that I was entrepreneurial, that there were things that I would like to do, but I never ever thought I would attain the heights that I attained, the success that I attained in business. I didn't do it alone. If I would have tried to do it alone, I wouldn't have gotten very far. It's the team of people. It's those you surround yourself with. So if you're finding that you're in a circumstance where people are saying to you, and they might even be well-meaning, you can't do that. You're going to try to do that. You're going to go broke. And you know what? After you go broke, don't come to me crying. Because besides that, what do you know? What would you know about that industry or that industry? Well, I'll tell you what, I never ever thought I would end up in an industry like I ended up in. It was an industry in the food industry, male dominated, and completely something that was out of the ballpark for me. I had been involved in the beauty industry. I'd been writing for magazines. I'd done things like that. I always thought I would be somewhere in that forte for all my life. Then I got a curveball and ended up with an opportunity in a whole other area. And you know what's interesting? The way it looked from the outside was not the way it looked from the inside. What do I mean by that? Well, when I walked in that company, never forget, the gentleman looked at me, and I was now the new owner. And I said, what do you see when you look at me? And they said, we're doomed. We're doomed. So we're not doomed. You bring them back together, and you know what happened? We had our first board meeting, and they had the graph up there and all the little chart writing away, you know, the graph of where the dollars and cents are, what happened last month, what are the projections for next year, what are the projections for this month. And I sat back and I said, excuse me, gentlemen, but who's your target market? We service the grocery industry. There's moms like me with little kids in the cart. Why are they going past your real estate? Why is this company in trouble? And they just looked at me, and then they said, my gosh. And I said, you need to go and tap who is your customer. And primarily, and in this world right now, primarily, the customers are you know, a large percentage are female. They're the shoppers. And I started saying to them, I'm in this leadership role now. We're going to be looking at the sodium count of this food. We're going to be looking at the health factors. We're going to be looking not just at the trends and the numbers, but I look at a grocery store. When you do go to your grocery store next and you look and you'll see those products on the shelf, that's real estate. And that is tough. That is tough. The buyers and the people who go to suppliers like we were, it's really tough to get your products in there. You got to have sales and a demand. And when you're a struggling company, they're not necessarily wanting to be with you because they also want you to be able to supply. So we had a lot of convincing to do with a lot of people. But who is your target market? Well, with our company, it was women like me. Now I was in a leadership position. And you know what? It was like that airplane. Suddenly you could just see these gentlemen's minds up at 30,000 feet looking at the landscape. We went back to the lab. We got some of our products into a new formulation, and we ended up becoming a private labeler for people like Costco, A&P, Bonds, Safeway. And we ended up going from bankruptcy to $500 million in sales within 2.5 years. So that's what happens when you change your perspective. So instead of being bitter about some things that happened, because I was a caregiver for a chronically ill husband. So I learned a lot because I had worked with a lot of dietitians, a lot of different things. So don't just find a negative in situations. You got to have that fresh perspective, like that plane. Suddenly you're at 30,000 feet and that landscape looks completely different.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you are a powerhouse. Like, oh my God.
Well, thank you. I had a great team. And, sometimes you'll come in and, it's not like everyone said, oh, this is wonderful. We're all on her side. This is going to be great. There were those who said, what's that little blonde piece of fluff know about this industry, right? There's like that. And so you might have to do some shifting, some changing. And you know what? Shift happens. And isn't it wonderful? Shift happens. And so you got to smile a little more. And you need a sanctuary. Cynthia, for me, my sanctuary is a bubble bath. I love a bubble bath. And I take a glass of my favorite something and I pour a fragrant bubble bath and I light a candle. And, when my kids were little, they knew if they heard the lock flip on my door, on my bathroom, they knew Mommy needs to be left alone for a little while. And I love it. And I can think there and I can be who I am. I can shut off. You have to shut off. Someone else's sanctuary might be a big armchair in front of a fireplace. It may be a garden. It can be anywhere that you feel that you can just be and have a sanctuary, a safe space. We have to listen to ourselves and to our own instincts. And so I really encourage everyone listening, get yourself a sanctuary, and that's your spot and your space. And don't be ashamed about it. That's not selfish. You need some time with you. And you'd be surprised what things can come to you when you really allow yourself to hear your own inner wisdom. Because we all got it. We all got inner wisdom. But we also then become that little bit stronger so that we can take our personality and our dreams and our passion forward and be there for ourselves. But surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself with good people. Without the team of people I had with me, I would never have gotten anywhere. And I'm so blessed. But I credit them because they credit me because we were a team.
And that's amazing. I mean, you talk about being, born into this negativity where you had the odds stacked against you. You've gone through so much adversity, yet somewhere along the line, you cultivated this strength to reach out and ask for help, despite all the negative kind of programming you might have had along the way. And we all deal with that. Like, what are your, what would you suggest to people watching that are dealing with these negative, stinking thinking patterns, if you were? I mean, you speak about being alone and finding that inner strength, but then you also are combating a lot of that weakness, so to speak. What would you say to that?
Well, I'm gonna really suggest a visual. I'm a very visual person, so I think in terms of seeing pictures. So imagine two guards standing at a door. I kind of think of England, you see those. The English with big tall hats and the black feathers and such of that, they're guarding the queen or whatever they are doing. You need to stand guard to the gates of your mind. And whatever is letting in to the gate of your mind, make sure it's building you up, not beating you up. We have to become very cognizant of what's going on right here in between our ears. As you said, thinking. Well, there's also the opportunity to say, whoa, right there. I know who you are. I've seen you before, but guess what? Now I got a couple guards at the gate. And those guards are going to just be what I call a love sieve. Okay. I write about it in my book, Paper Doll, Revelation's Time Machine. It's a love sieve. You know, if you put all that difficulties and challenges, and we all got them for sure, but some people, they're overwhelmed. If you can imagine a big sieve, a love sieve, and you just take it and put it in there, okay? And shake that love sieve. And you know, there's a seed for good in everything. In absolutely everything, there's a seed for good. And if you shift out and sift out all that other crap, you know what? It makes damn good fertilizer. And you just keep the seeds for good. And you look at them, and they might be small, but think about it. Make a gratitude list. Make a gratitude list. I do this every day. Make a gratitude list. Some days you may say, well, I haven't got one thing to be grateful for. And if you knew, I don't have your life. If you knew what was happening in my life, I say, really? Bring it on. What's happening? Because there's a seed for good in it. It might be really little, but the rest of that crap, it could serve you or it can take you down. Put it in a love sieve. Let the crap come out. Plant the seed for good. Find it. Put it in there. Nurture that baby. And you know what? Never doubt the sprout.
Can you guys tell that she's a motivational speaker?
I love it. Never doubt the sprout.
Never. When you plant that seed for good, that little tiny seed for good, and there's a sprout. And then guess what happens? It grows and becomes fruitful for you in your life, because you are the only one that can take your gifts to the world. I can't take your gifts to the world. I couldn't take Eric's gifts to the world, and we know he's got lots. I couldn't take yours, Cynthia, and you got lots and lots. But I can take my gifts to the world, and I can help others take their gifts to the world. And when they take their gifts to the world, then they're a living, breathing example. They become a mentor. They become an inspiration to others. And then before you know it, it multiplies, and we help each other. Because it's all about the teamwork in this life, man. Nobody's here alone, and nobody gets out of this life unscathed. Nobody.
Wait a minute. So how come I only have lots and Cynthia gets lots and lots?
Well, because she's gorgeous.
I'm just kidding. I agree. That's why we chose her as a co-host on the show. And she's gorgeous inside and out.
But if you plant that lots, Eric, and you nurture it, then that lots could grow into lots and lots and lots and lots and lots.
Well said. I was totally joking. So what's changed? So LuAn, let me ask you this: what's changed for the better? You know, if anything, you know, as far as networking these days with you and your company.
You know, I got to tell you, isn't it weird how sometimes if we, what I like to call a cosmic 2x4, that this COVID, this whole earth right now, you know, it's like a cosmic 2x4 came and went, wah, knocked us all back, right? Or maybe in the back and knocked us on the front. What doesn't matter. But what it did is it made people think in a fresh new way. And look at us, look what we're doing. And look at other people. This is becoming a natural happenstance. People are getting together now globally. I mean, just yesterday, I had close to 32 countries on a call with me all at the same time, all in different time zones. We made the time because we wanted to talk and we wanted to expand our minds and our zones and our opportunities more and more and more and more and more. And so I was learning about Bangladesh. I was learning about Australia. I was learning about England and the UK and what's going on. And we are all one. This is one world. And so to me, the networking opportunities are extreme right now. And that excites the heck out of me because they were here before, but not like they are now. Because we got that little, you know, that little prodding iron that said, hey, you got to do something a little different. You know what? You can't be the same old. And so look at us. We're doing it. And how exciting is this? It's awesome.
I agree. And, you know, there's a lot of companies out there right now that are trying to get a voice in the world, are trying to get their message out there. What do you suggest? What's your opinion on the best ways to get your voice out there, to get, to get the ability to get your message out there?
Well, contact us at Big Media USA. We'd love to hear from you. And we're bigmediausa.com. Contact us. And also all of these digital magazines that we're seeing. You've got your Easy Way digital mag. We have our Informed People digital mag, which hooks over to podcasts. And we've got opportunities for ads. We've got opportunities for voices to be heard in ways they never have been before. This is a first time on the planet. We're linking things, we're digital, and this whole no touch thing is causing a much bigger touch, as far as I'm concerned. We're getting that heart space touch because we're not what we used to be, but we're way better because we're touching from here, man. We're like, wow, that vibe is right. The earth, talk about shaking it on its axis. This is exciting as heck. And yeah, there's us. There's Big Media USA. Come on over and talk to us. We got hosts, international. We are everywhere. We've got Spanish channels. We've got all sorts of opportunities with different languages. If you're new business, you want to grow your business. If you're an author, if you're a speaker, if you're an at-home, stay-home mom, if you're someone who just wants to say, I got a voice and I would like it to be heard, we would really, really like to make sure that happens for you. That's our purpose. We feel excited for the whole opportunity on this life right now. And it's doing nothing but growing. Again, never doubt the sprout. We plant those seeds, we plant our voices, and away we go.
And guys, I want to remind everybody that has shared and still wants to share, those of you guys that share this broadcast, you'll be eligible to get interviewed by Big Media USA to get involved. And me and LuAn have been talking a lot behind the scenes. Should we tell them yet, LuAn, or should we keep it a secret?
Well, why don't we give a little teaser?
A little teaser.
I love a teaser.
Well, let's just say Big Media USA, the easy way, is coming.
Yes, exactly. Woo! That's it. Heart space. Boom.
Heart space. And that's going to allow us to do, guys, obviously expand the reach, increase the reach, expand the brands, expand your brands that much more. And really just create that much more opportunity because we're doing our thing pretty well as the Easy Way and Easy Way Network, but when you collaborate with other media, you can do your thing that much better, and that much the reach expands that much more, the message gets out that much more, and there's so many heart-centered people that are on this broadcast right now that are here to help you guys. That's why I only bring people on my show that want to help others, and you'll understand that, you'll feel that. And so that's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can catch LuAn on EasyWayWallOfFame.com. Go follow her profile. Get involved with her. You'll see Big Media USA on Easy Way Wall of Fame pretty soon. You'll see it on the affiliate section. And
on the BigMediaUSA.com, you're going to be seeing Easy Way right there with us too. We are one.
Woohoo!
Coolio.
So it's just great advice, and thank you, Jason. By the way, what's up? Great show. I appreciate it, Jason. And then Matt says, "Hey, message to LuAn. He wants to connect with you." Matt has a great show. He wants to interview you on too, called Tap. Tap interviews. And then, so how do you feel we can learn and listen better as an audience?
What's so beautiful? I've had to really come to the space where positive talk to myself, but also every now and then, because we hear about self-talk, I've given myself some constructive criticism. Constructive criticism. Well, every now and then, because I like to talk, I used to say to my kids are older now, but I used to say to them, it's so rude when you keep talking when I'm interrupting. So every now and then we got to laugh at ourselves. And I found that I was doing a lot of that. And I want to just every now and then and truly listen. Every now and then, you know what our brain does? It's waiting to respond. Someone says something and we're already thinking, oh yeah. And we're going to say back to that, what we're going to say back to that. And so I don't do that anymore. I've really worked on it and I've done really well. And I pat my back. I've done really well. I want to really hear what they have to say. I don't want to judge it. I don't want to get ahead of it. I want to really hear it. So I encourage everyone to really stop doing that thing. Look at how in your mind you are, if you're really listening or if you're actually looking to respond. I'm going to say to that, and then be careful and just get yourself. You don't have to change it overnight. Just become aware. So become aware and then really listen. You what you find out. It's very
I would
cool.
say listening is like firepower. It's like the notches in your gun. When you listen, you have your time to load your bullets, and actually aim.
That's right.
I think listening is the most important piece in communication.
No question. You don't want to pull that trigger. Yeah, you could load the chambers, but don't pull that trigger. But when you're loading your chambers, make sure you're loading it because you've listened, not because you want to respond.
Exactly. I think we're built with 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right? So we can listen twice as much.
There you go.
We gotta be present. We gotta be heart centered. Like you said before, we're here to serve, right? So if it's all about us, ego is not your amigo.
Right. And it's a nice saying. It's a nice saying when you really do hear someone and you can say, I appreciate you. I appreciate you sharing that and really mean it, even if you don't agree with it. I'll tell you, I had a conversation with a lady today and she's so wonderful. She had the opposite opinion on me on just about everything. But I really like her and she really likes me. And so instead of just switching the subject, she said, could you please tell me a bit more of your opinion on that? And I said, do we have enough time? She said, yeah, and we'll make that time. So we did. And it didn't turn into any longer conversation. We merely made it a space so that we didn't have to try to change each other. There was a book written, How You Change People. And then on the last page, it said, you can't. I think we just quit trying to change everybody to be exactly the same. My son, I remember when he was like 11 years old, he wanted a golf club. He wanted it so bad. It was like $300. And he was mowing lawns and everything, trying to get some money. And he said, Mom, I got the money. I'm going to go get that golf club. And I said, $300? I don't think so. Trying to teach him budgeting. What you can do with $300? Just save that $300. And then he looked at me and he said, Mom, you don't much like the game of golf, do you? And I said, not really. And he said, well, what do you think it would be like if everyone in the world thought like you? And you know what? He hit home with me. I know. And I looked at him and he said, Mom, I like the game of golf. And I'm 10 years old and I earned the money and I want to buy myself a golf club. And I said, damn it, let's go get that golf club right now. I said, if everyone thought like me, this world would suck. It would suck. So even if we had good intentions like I had, sometimes it's out of the mouths of babes. Just shut the up for a while and listen to someone else. The whole world's not going to think like you. I hate to be the bearer of the bad tidings, but you know what? That's a good thing. And they're not going to think like me either. So let's just be here for each other. Let's listen to each other a little bit. And how exciting it is. We might even learn something, and so might they.
Well said, LuAn. Well said. We look forward to collaborating with you. And I do have a 6 o'clock meeting, so I have to wrap the show now. But we specifically went another half an hour just for you because we appreciate your advice and your time. And I'm glad that you were able to come on. So we're gonna be doing more stuff, guys. Now I want to explain what this kind of means. We have about 12 shows right now on our network, about 3 different networks that we power. We have our magazine coming out January 15th. We have a lot of the people we're already working with, but this means you could potentially be on Big Media USA now because you're part of the Easy Way family.
Absolutely.
If you're on Big Media USA, you're on a show on Big Media USA, and you might want to be on Easy Way, you might be able to get that added distribution. And so when you work with an entity that collaborates, that has a collaborative mindset versus a competition mindset, you're going to win a lot more, and as long as you have positive content, and it always starts with the content first, but as long as you have positive content that's making a difference, it's going to get picked up. Okay. So that's my suggestion to you guys is start with the content, make sure that content means something. Make sure you start with the why, not the what. And I appreciate everybody for listening and tuning in today and staying with us, because some people stay with us for almost the full 2 hours today. So you guys rock. And I want to give a couple of shout outs to some of the shows we have. Jason Spann has the expansion show, which supports musicians and business owners. Dr. Benton has the Healing Houdini show. He's going to show you how to heal yourself at home as the crazy COVIDness. I know we've been talking to Cynthia about a show for quite some time, and she's a love doctor, so that might be a fun show.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, we have the Mindset Reset show and multiple other shows, and so you're going to be seeing some great stuff, guys. And I want to remind you as well, is if you want to get a show, if you want to make money at home as this craziness happens, I mean, what are you going to do when the lockdown happens? Because it's going to happen again. If it happened once, it's going to happen again. So how are you going to make money? You're going to make money from a computer screen and a microphone and lights and a green screen. And we're here to teach you how to do that. We're here to help you expand your message and get a bigger audience of people that want to buy from you, whatever your product might be. Show you all the ways to make money at home. I've been able to get to a 7-figure income company. We can help you guys do it too. Same thing with LuAn. Same thing with Cynthia. These are experts that are going to be able to help you guys. So keep watching the show. Hopefully you're getting some good information from it. I appreciate all of you guys, all of my amazing fans that have been contacting me privately and saying, wow, I've learned a lot from your show. Thank you. Are you going to be doing it again next week? And the people that are really actually tuning in every week, we appreciate you guys more than you know. Now, going off of what you said, LuAn, you were basically talking about the power of appreciation. I think that's one of the biggest things that's actually helped us expand and get to where we are. So, guys, don't forget to call somebody up that has helped you have a step up. That's my homework for you guys, ending the show today. Call somebody up that's helped you step up. Say thank you.
Yeah.
Love it.
Cynthia, go ahead and close the show out for us.
That's right. Gratitude is the best attitude, and we appreciate you for watching our show. If you really made that connection, we put the me back into media. It's really about finding your message, sharing it with the masses. You've heard from the masters that deliver the classes, and these are beautiful souls like LuAn, who has really helped us to tap into, without a good relationship with self, we can't properly sell what we offer. And without having that whole community membership basis, like our friend earlier on talked about, Kim, then we cannot deliver the products we want. So thank you to everyone who partook in our show, to the viewers, and to you, Eric, for making this happen. Thank you, as always. Bye for now.
Are you looking to accelerate your influence? EasyWayWall.com is a new site that allows you to promote yourself, business brand, and your products as an influencer. You can share your ideas, receive comments, promote and brand yourself with the power of affiliation. Associate yourself and your brand with the power players of today to become leaders tomorrow.
Watching Easy Way TV, powered by EasyWayNetwork.com. Thanks for watching Easy Way TV. Watch the full interviews and episodes at youtube.com/EasyWayTV, where you can network yourself to success. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and tell your friends.